Hello guys, most welcome in UPSC welfare. See, today in this video tutorials I will attempt all the questions of environmental chemistry which has been asked already by UPSC. So let's have especially in the prelims examination, of course, and these all are, I hope that will be very important for your 2019 also for prelims examination. So let's have some, because has been that the questions repeated time to times. So firstly, first question C, the final agent orange red in Vietnam took the place in 1970. Area have begun to bloom again. Yes, here C. But 19 years after the war ends, it's a simple plan. Thus, the agent orange is killing and, yes, maiming human beings, something it never intended to do. So, apparent toxic fallout from those cloud is crop of human misery, including the cancer, miscarriage and birth defect that may persist for decades. So, yes, offensive substances referred to, and this quotation is, what is that? DDT used in insectivally, the complex of the mixture of the herbicide and especially weedicide used to increase agricultural output in the South Vietnam under US aid programs known. Yes, it is very clear that dioxin used as, yes, defoliant. Why dioxin was used? See, America used dioxin, of course, which is defoliant to clear the forest of Vietnam, so that, yes, could kill the Vietnamese gorilla hiding in a forest. But dioxin had many after effect, yes, like the cancer, miscarriage, birth defect in after years. So definitely that is, of course, when it was used in 1970. Yes, it was used in 1970. So dioxin will be here correct answer. Next question is that which one of the following the fuels causes minimum environmental pollution? So definitely hydrogen will be, of course, because that's emitting very low carbons. Why it show especially C? Because as we know, except hydrogen, all the rest three options, diesel, coal and kerosene, are either naturally occurring fossil fuels or, yes, derived from them. Thus, as we know, naturally occurring fossils, yes, the fuel and their product have high percentage of carbon, which on combustion lead to discharge of oxide by a carbon. See, CO2 and CO, that is the carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide in air. These result in too high environmental pollution like CO2. Yes, result in greenhouses effect causes, as we know, global warming, and CO. Carbon monoxide is, of course, the poisonous nature. They combine with hemoglobin of the blood to form carboxyhemoglobin. Hydrogen fuel, yes, as is the cause no pollution, because, yes, on combustion with oxygen it forms the water molecule, no emission of carbon. So definitely, yes, of course, I can say that it is also called a future fuel. So C will be a correct answer. 82 number C. Physicochemical characteristic of the water in water source undergo changes due to, of course, effluent will be a correct answer. Why it is so? Because aquatic microphyte. Yes, aquatic microphyte and aquatic fungi are a natural organism, and evapotranspiration is a natural process by, yes, which the plant loses water. Remember that this is a yes, this will be known as a evapotranspiration. This is a natural process where the plants loses water. Thus, being the natural, yes, they don't result into any change in physiochemical characteristic of the water, while effluent discharged into the water bodies by industrial unit and domestic sewage result into change in, yes, physicochemical characteristic like potential of the hydrogen, conductivity, temperature, electrical conductivity, dissolves the oxygens, biochemicals, oxygen demand, that is your BOD, and COD is your chemical oxygen demand. For example, NH4 plus, as we know, NH plus 4 of course, and NO minus 3. So ion contents, so these all can be so here effluent, that can be of course responsible. Now here see water pollutions. Alright, in river is measured by dissolved amount of oxygen, there should be no doubt. Any kind of the pollution the water is measured on the basis of yes, oxygen. So definitely I can say that water pollution in the river or other the water body is measured by the amount of the dissolved oxygens. Yes, water pollution can be measured on the basis of parameter like, of course, that means, yes, change in texture, the total suspended solid and water important factor like, that can be decreasing the dissolved oxygen, DO, concentration, dissolved oxygen in the water samples. Second, your BOD. BOD is of course biochemical demand, that is the chemical procedure for determining the amount of the dissolved oxygen needed by a aerobic biological organism. What is aerobic? Aerobic means in the presence of the oxygen, of course. And N means no presence of the oxygen. Definitely glucose conversion, the process is called, of course, so aerobic here, it has been determining the amount of the dissolved the oxygen needed by aerobic biological organism in the body of the water to the break down the organic material. Of course, present in the given the water the sample at a certain temperature over the specific time period. Third is your the chemical oxygen demand, that can be in short form COD. Of course, this test commonly used to indirectly measure the amount of the organic compound, of course, measure the amount of the organic compound in the water. So BOD, COD, of course, on the basis of only the oxygen, remember that. Now, next questions. Next question is very important, that has been given naturally occurring substances with the list, the element, and select the correct answer using the code given the list of that. So let's have, not be delay, of course, diamond. What is that? See, diamond, of course, this is really, we can say, that's the refraction to the carbon. Why it is so? Because of, see, diamond, as we know, is the polymorphology of elemental carbon. There should be know that calcium is a basic element of the naturally occurring marble, of course. So calcium will be marble here, and yes, the sand formed by silicon. Definitely aluminum is a basic element naturally occurring in the rupee. So aluminum is going to be a rupee, sand is going to be the silicon, and of course marble is going to be the calcium. So which one is going to be? B is going to 1, B is going to be 1. So here see, B will be gone. Now here sand is going to be a silicon, so C is going to be 2, C is going to be 2, this one, of course. So in my opinion here, the C gone, and ruby, that is going to be of course in the aluminum. So D is going to be a 3 here, D is going to be a 3. So ruby is going to be aluminum, so D will be here the correct answer. Next questions. Yes, coal-based thermal power plant, thermal power station contribute to acid rain. Definitely there should be no doubt, because there is emission of course nitrous oxide and of course sulfur oxide, and the carbon dioxide is also emitted. There are the various kind of the gases is emitted by especially coal-based thermal power plant. But contribution to acid rain, definitely, because which one of course the chemical is responsible for, of course, the emission of, especially to contribute, they contribute to the acid rain, of course, sulfur dioxide and nitrous oxide, definitely. So here, A is absolutely correct, and there should be no doubt. And the second, the oxide of the carbon emitted when the coil burns. So definitely both are correct, but not a correct explanation. Of course, a reason is not a correct explanation of assertion. So here we will choose yes, 85. That will be a B correct. So why it is A? See, once again I repeat, the coal-based thermal power plant are responsible for acid rain, as coil on a burning produce SO2 and yes, NO2. The oxide combined with droplet of the rainwater to form sulfuric and nitric acid, which falls along the way, especially rain droplet on the ground. As we know, result to acid rain. So oxide of the carbon, CO and CO2 are also emitted when the especially coal is burned, alright, and is discharged into their corresponding acid H2CO3 is comparatively very mild, but not the cause that bears the impact. Now, next questions, which is produced during the formation of the photochemical smog? Definitely that is, of course, the ozone. Photochemical smog, the formation of the photochemical smog is produced. Hydrocarbon is the produced, nitrous oxide and methane. No, that will be ozone. Why it is so? Because as far as concerned, the photo smog was, of course, first described in 1958. Yes, it is the chemical reaction of sunlight, nitrogen oxide and volatile organic compound in the atmosphere which leaves airborne particle and the ground level ozone. 87 number, which one of the following, of course, substances are found in the beach sand of many parts of Kerala? Yes, except tungsten, all, of course, all kind of the sand is found. So of course limonite, sea limonite, and especially the constant, these all are. So 1, 2, 3, that can be here the concerns. The B is the correct answer. Consider the following. We have already, of course, which one is that the causes raise the acid rain here. So definitely 1, 2, 3, that can be no. Oxide of the hydrogen will be eliminated here, but oxide of the nitrogen, oxide of the sulfur. So 2, 3 is going to be the correct answer, of course. Is 89, the excessive release of the pollutant, the carbon monoxide into the air, the when the produce, the condition in which the oxygen supply in the human body decreased. What will cause this condition? See, as we know that inhale the CO, carbon monoxide much higher affinity for the hemoglobin as compared to other oxygen. So B will be correct answer here. Why it is so? Because as we know, the carbon monoxide, of course, the pollution occurred primarily from the emission produced by fossil fuels, as we know, the power energy. So the incomplete reaction of air with the fuel produced colorless, where odorless or highly toxic gases. So man issue with the carbon monoxide is a health effect. So definitely it's capable of the binding to the chemical in our blood called hemoglobin. So it does, of course, it does so far more effectively than oxygen, and also stay bound to the hemoglobin for far longer than oxygen does. Effect is that the blood is starved for oxygen, starved of oxygen, whereas that is in the facts the rest of the bodies. So definitely which one is going to be a B will be the correct answer, definitely, my dear. Now next questions, let's have. Next, the question, one thing is the comings, especially emissions from the coal combustions to the thermal power plant. So carbon dioxide, of course, oxide of the nitrogen, and of course oxide of the sulfur. These all are, of course, easily emitted. So here 1, 2, 3 all are is going to be the correct answer. Now regarding carbon credit, let's have which one is going to be a not correct? So definitely see carbon credit that goes to a Kyoto Protocol. So carbon credit system is ratified in conjunction with the Kyoto Protocol. Absolutely correct. Carbon credit are awarded to the country or the group that have reduced the green gases. Yes, the greenhouse gases below their emission quotas. Of course, absolutely correct. And I mean the goal of the carbon credit system is to limit increase the carbon emission. Definitely it's correct, but carbon credit are traded as a price fixed from time to time by United Nations Environment Program. It's really worse, of course, absolutely wrong. So here D will be a correct answer, because of here we have to choose incorrect options. 91. Once again I would like to repeat that is of course 91 that under the Kyoto Protocol, as we know, caps are the quotas for the greenhouse gases for developed annex one country are not the assigned amount, or as which are listed in the annex B, the quantity of the initial assigned amount of denominated in individual unit called assigned amount unit. AAU, that will be called assigned amount unit, each of which represent an allowance to emit 1 or metric tons of the carbon dioxide equivalent, and these are entered into the country national registry. Now now this is the question C. Aspartame is artificial sweetener, of course, sold in the market. It consists of the amino acid and provide the calories like others the amino acid. What is the amino acid? The sequence, of course, is the protein, definitely, because the protein is a sequence of the amino acid. What is the amino acid? There's a long chain molecule of especially nitrogen, hydrogen, carbon, oxygen. So definitely it is used as low calories sweetening agent in the food items. So what is the basis of this use? What will be? First, aspartame is the sweet, as a sweet as a sugar, I'm the table sugar, but unlike the table sugar, it is not readily oxidized in human body due to lack of the requisite enzyme. No, that will be absolutely wrong. Why? Because as we know, aspartame is metabolized, of course. Aspartame is metabolized by the body into two constituent, amino acid and methanol. Remember that. So these hydrolysis products are handled by the body in the same way as aspartic acid, alphenyl and methanol from other consumed food. So these components yield no calorie, add nothing new to our diet. So definitely here, which one is going to be? Because of on D, it has been given that aspartame is several times sweeter than table sugar. Has the food item made with a small quantity of the aspartame yield fewer calories on oxidation. So definitely D will be a correct answer. Ultraviolet, this is coming the role of the ultraviolet radiation in the water purification system. What will be the role here? It inactivate, of course, it's really inactivate the harmful microorganism in water. That's why we have the using here the ultraviolet in the, of course, reverse osmosis as well as, of course, the water purification system. Second, remove all the undesirable odors from the water. No, this is not a duty of the ultraviolet, and it quickens the sedimentation of solid particles, remove turbidity, and improve the clarity of the water. That is absolutely wrong. So A is going to be the correct answer here, because here we have to choose the correct answer. But this question can be repeated, of course, by giving that which one is going to be the correct answer. So definitely, my dear UPSC is very clever. So of course, seriously read all the option which is important or not important. All we have to, of course, carefully read of that, because this question can be repeated, of course, because good the conception has been here mentioned regarding the ultraviolet. Once again, the question is coming the acetylene. Of course, the caused by the pollution of the environment by carbon dioxide, nitrogen. That can be no carbon monoxide. I'm the talking especially acetylene. So you should be blindly, of course, speaking that nitrous oxide and the sulfur dioxide. That will be the response. Why it is so? Because acetylene is the caused by the chemical reaction that being when the compound of the sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxide react with the molecule in the atmosphere to produce the acetylene, and that is dropleting, of course, with the raindrops, yes, to the land. So this is all about in the environmental chemistry. Have a great time. Thank you very much, my dear, and it's a humble request that if my video is being benefited to you in any way, then please like and subscribe to my channel. That will really inspire to me to make more and more video for a study purpose. I hope it will help you. Thank you very much. Have a great